around and they start back up the trail when they notice a tree that was about, I don't know, 10 or so feet high, and the top of it shredded, like what a bear would do when they're marking their territory. But it's not bear claws, and they can't figure it out. And they're examining this tree, and they thought, well, this is really weird. And now they start feeling kind of spooked. And they start looking for tracks. And they think, well, maybe let's identify maybe what shredded this tree through tracks. But all they see is like coyote and raccoon tracks. So now they're really getting spooked. It's starting to get dark, and they see this giant black mass on the trail in front of them. And he said it was so dark that it was darker than the darkness that's setting around it. I mean, it's just this black shape. And he said it was bipedal, and it took 3 steps to cross about 30 feet. And they thought, they're talking to each other. They're like, what is that? They can't figure it out. They don't have flashlights, only their cell phone light, but it's still light enough that they can make out the shape. And they're like, what in the world is this thing? They heard this growl again. And then they heard breaking branches. And now they're really scared. And it's a really steep hike to get back up to the top, to the rim. And he said it sounded like it was paralleling them. Like could have been more than one of whatever this creature was, and it was paralleling their movement up the canyon trail system. And if they stopped, it would back away a little bit, and then as they move forward, it would come towards them. They finally got out of there. They were really, really spooked. But he didn't say anything to his wife when he got home. He's thinking, okay, I don't know what I saw. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to scare my wife. I don't want to. And he certainly didn't say anything to his kids because his kids were pretty little. And so it's a few weeks later, and his wife was working on her laptop on the back porch when, I'm sorry, I got this out of order. It was a few weeks later when his wife heard a large thump on the roof of their house while they were sleeping. And she didn't wake him up, but she said it really freaked her out. The next morning she told him, "Hey, I heard something on the roof of the house last night." And it had started to kind of snow a little bit. And he went out and he thought, well, that's weird. Let me take a look around. And he goes out and he's looking at the roof of his house, and he sees